Hi y'all. I decided I'm gonna do an online video blog about my weight loss experiences and also about my thyroid cancer experiences. I'll tell you a little bit about me, and then we'll go from there. 5 years ago, I was at the happiest time in my life. I was a supervisor at a prison in the kitchen over the inmates. And when I got the job there, I was so shy that no one thought I would make it more than 3 days there. And they're like, oh my, she's that poor girl. She's not going to make it 3 days here, and she's going to leave. And I didn't, and I proved them all wrong. And it's really funny because the first day that I started, I was scared to death. Oh my gosh. But I managed to make it. And before that, I was a cosmetologist. I like working around people, and I always wanted to make a difference. And I didn't seem to make a difference in cutting people's hair, and I really found my calling at the prison. And one day I was at my mother-in-law's house. We went there for dinner, and we're in the middle of dinner, and she's like, what is that on your neck? I said, what do you mean? And she's like, you've got a lump, look. And I didn't feel anything. She says, no, I see it. I notice everything. I said, okay. She's like, I want you to go to the doctor and have it looked at. And I said to myself, oh my God, this lady's fall off the turnip truck. And I said, okay, I'll do it. And I didn't. I went back to work, and she called me a few days later, and she did, Barbara, did you get that thing looked at? And so I said, fine, I'll go ahead and make an appointment. Get into the doctor's, and I had a sore throat anyways, and I told him, I said, I want to go ahead and get an antibiotic before it turns to bronchitis. And I said, by the way, my mother-in-law made me make this appointment because I had this lump on my neck, so she said. And he's laughing, and I'm laughing, thinking it's nothing. And he comes over and he feels my neck, and he's like, my goodness. He's like, you've got a mass, and I want you to go to the specialist and have it looked at. So, I didn't think anything of it. I was 30 at the time, and I get in there. I told my husband and my kids, I said, I'll go in here, I'll go have this done. So my husband gets in the office with me, and they give me a fine needle biopsy. It's where they stick a needle up in your, where the lump is, and they pull out some cells or whatever. I guess they look at them under the microscope to see if it's cancerous or not. So he says, I won't have the results for a few days, and you come back. So I decided to come back a few days later, and I told my kids and my husband, I said, well, y'all go up and rent some videos, get something for dinner. By that time, I'll have my results, and then we can go. Well, I get in there, and I'm all by myself. I guess that was like the worst thing I should have did. And, nobody's thinking it was going to be cancer. And he said, sit down. And I sat down, and we found some papillary carcinoma, whatever, cells. And, you get tested positive for the cancer, and we want you to have it removed right away. So, like, oh my God, cancer, I just kind of froze there for a moment, and had to, then I came out of the office and I forgot what happened. It was just like a big blur, you know, and, I paid my co-payment and got out to the car, and they had rented their movies and had dinner and everything, and I didn't say anything, and next thing you know, my husband says, so what did the doctor say? And I tell you what, out of everything that I've ever been through, having to tell my family that I have cancer was the worst thing that I ever had to do. And, yeah, everybody's mouth, just, the jaws just dropped, and, I just, I don't know. My mother was on vacation in the mountains, and my grandmother was home, and she had called and asked how the appointment went, and I had to tell her, and then she didn't take it very well. I'm a smoker, by the way. She said, well, if you wouldn't have smoked, and, you know, all these years, and you really destroyed yourself, and da-da-da-da-da. And, I don't know, I guess when you're 30, you don't think about having cancer. I mean, who thinks about having cancer, you know? And, yeah, so there it started. And then, I had the surgery. Surgery was really long, and the surgery went well. They had taken out, they did a total thyroidectomy and tumor removal, and they told me that I needed to have radiation 6 weeks after the surgery. I had an HMO, and needless to say, I didn't get my radiation 6 weeks after surgery. I kept getting denied, and I kept getting the runaround, and before you knew it, a year went by before I had the radiation. And I'm going to stop this video here because it's starting to get long, and I'm going to make a part 2.